On now.
Okay, well, can I, we're going to continue with trustee Baptist, discussion of vehicle insurance.
Okay, what the background is on this is about almost 30 years ago, maybe about 28 years ago, Village, under Mayor Coolier, audited the vehicle insurance plans. And we found out that we're paying for collision insurance where the premiums equaled the value of the vehicle. We had a 1941 dump truck, for example. It cost us $200 for comp and collision, and the payout if we lost it was $200. So we reevaluated the whole thing, and what we decided was we would go to establish a self-insurance fund by eliminating the collision insurance on all the village vehicles except for the ambulance and police cars, and use the money we saved to build up a fund which now has over $159,000 in it. And we would pay for our own fender benders. Now, we'd still always have the liability insurance, and we'd have the comprehensive insurance. But we would cover ourselves on the collision.
On all vehicles, or would there be any with collision?
Just the police cars and the ambulance, because they leave the village and they drive at higher speeds than 25 miles an hour.
Eliminated the police department.
What about the fire truck?
No. And what we did was, if a major vehicle had to leave the village for repairs, like we used to frequently send a LaFrance truck down to Elmira or the line truck to wherever Baker was, we would get a rider for that duration of that trip, so it was covered what was on the road. It was very successful. I think we only made maybe one payment out of that in 20-some years. Now, this got undone 4 years ago, and now we're paying a lot of money for the comps and everything. So I've been talking to the insurance company and seeing what prices they can come up with, and it looks like it's going to be around $4,000 a year if we go back to that system. Now, I'm not going to recommend that we do anything at this meeting because I want to make sure I get all the numbers right and we don't leave something out or take something that's not considered. But like right now, we're paying comp and collision on a 2002 pickup truck. It's that old rusted out one that they drive in the garage, you know. It's just no sense for some of this stuff. So that's what I'm looking for. So I don't have definitive answers to vote on anything tonight, but I thought I'd let the board know to keep you apprised of what's going on.
I would just like to, while you're getting quotes and figures, with the expense of the price of the fire trucks, I mean, they're in and out of the village also, and we do calls.
What's our loss record? What's our loss record on them?
That ain't the
Okay,
idea.
but if it costs us $200,000 to replace a truck, look at Albert. What's theirs? They had that truck for 20 years. They just got in an accident today.
Yeah.
Now they gotta replace that.
That one.
So
Well,
if
you
we
know,
have,
that's something that,
just get a quote to have the fire trucks in there.
I'm getting quotes.
And then have one without it.
That's what I'm doing.
You know what?
Yeah, don't leave it.
One of the things I'm trying to do is raise the deductible. If we get rid of the collision, raise the deductible on the comp to 5,000 or 3,000. Some of them you can do 3 and some can do 5. See if that saves money, because we can pay that out of this fund.
but it's fair to say, when the next time you present to the board, you will have the opportunity to get all of the figures.
I'll have a package together.
Today, you were just showing us an example of how we can self-insure on many things.
I know they have full
And I think it's a good
replacement.
principle, and
On some of these, there's
On some of our
16
more expensive
vehicles in the village outside the fire department, and they only have full replacement if it's 10 years or newer.
right. And
We
I
only
agree with
We
that.
only have like 2 vehicles that are 10 years or newer.
Right.
Okay, you have something else, I think.
Now I've got a report on the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
On April 7th, trustee Dart and I toured the wastewater treatment plant, accompanied by Chief Operator Tim Graves. We were impressed with the general condition of the physical plant and Graves' plan for future improvements. We noted the following items we feel need attention by the board. One, it was pointed out that the emergency life preservers located around the oxidation ditch have deteriorated to the point where they may be unsafe. They are not in either the current budget or the proposed fiscal 18 budget. Money needs to be found for, I would say, 6 replacements immediately and 6 in the fiscal 18 budget. Tim is supposed to be getting some price quotes for us, I don't know if he has or not. Now,
Almost similar.
okay, now the significance of this is, the oxidation ditch, a lot of people know, I think is it 10 feet deep or 12 feet deep?
15.
15 feet deep. It has no oxygen in it, so if you fall in it, you're gonna sink immediately. That's why those rings were put in the first place. Now, they've been sitting out in the sun for 30 years, and the nylon rope is all falling apart, the covers are all deteriorating, so I feel that this is a safety-related issue that should be addressed as soon as possible. You know, maybe replace the 6 worst ones like now, and then after June 1st, if we can put it in the budget someplace, get the other 6. I have no idea what they cost,
No idea.
numbers yet.
We don't have, I mean, are they $500 a piece or $100?
I'm guessing they're probably a couple hundred anyway,
We're
maybe.
looking at about $150 a piece.
Okay.
And
John Mott
there's
was
10
supposed to get them through his marine, you know, he has contacts with the, you know, marine industry that has
There's
that.
10 in total.
There's 10? I thought you said there was 12 before.
No, I thought
Maybe
it
I'm
was
thinking
12.
of
There's only 10.
years. Okay, so, okay, we only need 10 then. Yeah.
All right.
So-
We wanted, once we get the quote, we'll,
I should have it tomorrow.
yeah, we'll make, we'll get a purchase order, well, at the next meeting, well, if it depends how much the quote's for, I'll just approve it. Generally, we want to do this, correct? We want to replace these?
Yes.
Okay, so, that's
5
fine,
this
I'll
year
just
and
sign the,
5 next year.
we'll sign the purchase order for the, you know, just under, that'd be normal way to appropriate stuff.
Okay. We asked the clerk to put that on the agenda next meeting to see how we came out on it, you know, keep us up to date on this.
Yes.
Okay.
So report on how much we paid for the 5 life preservers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second thing was the stabilization bed has been allowed to accrue a 2-year backlog of treated dry sludge. The reason for this was well-intentioned. It was a quest for lower prices to dispose of the byproduct. And I commend Tim for looking into that. There might be some agricultural use for it, maybe get somebody to haul it away free, maybe not. The problem, though, in our view, is the village is exposed to possible unforeseen radical disposal cost increase. We've seen this before. One of the landfills all of a sudden says, we're not accepting that kind of sludge anymore. And then we gotta find another one. We find the other one that's maybe the tipping fee is 3 times what the one that we've been doing was. I think if we had to come back in the States, it might be more, because I think Canada's been cheaper, that's why we go to Canada
I
now,
was gonna
right?
say,
No,
no,
we stay in the state.
Are we going, where are we going,
Franklin
Skyline
County.
Falls?
Franklin County.
Franklin County, okay, but see how
I thought
they,
we went to Montreal.
they move these things around all
They
the
used
time.
to.
And you just
Used to in
don't,
Montreal.
yeah, and you just don't know what the next one's gonna be, so while a lower cost goal is commendable, I feel that we should apply the future and stored amount should be kept to a minimum. So we always have the ability, like, if something goes up radically, we've got an empty beds out there that we could stockpile a couple of years until the price came down and we found another vendor to haul it away. It's more, I think it's a more prudent way to run this.
So are you recommending that this buildup that's been?
Get rid of it as soon as we can. Now, he's pretty well into the process of getting new prices, so maybe it'll come out the next
Okay.
couple
I
of
got one
months
more.
anyway.
I'm waiting for one more.
All right.
Yeah, he's waiting for more, but after
Is
that.
there any way you can,
Let Jean know, she can, you know, I'll get that out, we'll get that out to the board.
Because last year, we didn't spend the money. Last year,
Right.
we kept 5,000 in there,
I
and
mean, if we used to go to Montreal, why not look into Montreal?
Well, that's what I'm waiting for.
he's looking into everything.
Okay.
Okay, now, the last thing, and this isn't have anything really to do, well, it affects the wastewater treatment plant, but the infiltration of rainwater is getting progressively worse. That's where rainwater goes into storm sewers, or it doesn't go into storm sewers, it goes into sanitary sewers. Now, we were there during a rainy day on a Friday, and the water plant was pumping approximately 500,000 gallons of treated water. And ideally, the water plant. Now, ideally, the wastewater treatment plant should be treating about the same amount, give or take a few 100,000, 50,000 gallons. They were treating over 3 million that day. Like, I think it was 3.2, didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that is, number one, it uses an incredible amount of energy to run all those pumps, and everything's running full bore at the wastewater plant. And so it's wearing out equipment, it's using a lot of energy, and we're treating something that doesn't need to be treated, it shouldn't even be in there.
Right.
So we need to reestablish a more aggressive plan to go after this infiltration. I thought we had it pretty well under control 20 years ago, because they were really, you know, trying to find out where it's coming from. And we've upgraded all the sewer lines in the village pretty much, you know, they're all pretty much modern Schedule 80 pipe and stuff, so it isn't like we got old rotted pipes all over the village, but it only takes one someplace in the village to let all that water in.
Well, the concern also was there may still be some pumps hooked into
Yeah,
the wastewater.
Undoubtedly, there's a few residential ones hooked in, but I can't believe that they'd be, you know, somebody's basement pumps out a couple thousand a day. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing it, but we're looking at an extra 2.5 million gallons came in that day. It didn't come in from people's sump pumps.
Have you come up with a possible solution?
Well,
What options we have?
I was
Where it's
off,
coming from?
well, I was off the board. They did a lot of television monitoring of the pipes.
So they did a lot of smoke testing too. They did
Yeah.
smoke
That was
testing.
for, yeah.
So maybe
Right,
we need to
maybe.
review those to see where we left off, because for all I know, they could have come up with a recommendation and then the board didn't follow through on it. I don't
I
know.
think they did the whole village.
Okay,
Whole village.
well,
Yeah, but then they could have
distribution,
said,
the pipes distribution under public works, so I'm gonna ask you, have you, yeah, distribution lines, anything that's pipes, you know, have you, is that a correct statement that all the sewer lines have been telescoped?
Tommy Reed used to take care of all that stuff at the wastewater plant.
Okay,
I'm not-
well, I
He
mean,
was
the
the-
distribution and collection, you know, is under your department, so you should know about that.
but it was funded through the wastewater treatment.
I understand.
In other words, they were in charge of when we hired those contractors to come in and they were putting those cameras down all the.
So
sewer
you're
lines.
talking about hiring outside people?
No, I'm saying,
He
let's
must
see
have
what,
some reports
let's see what the
somewhere.
report
Tell
said,
me he
the
must have
last
some
time they
report.
did this. And find out, because what they might have done is said, we recommend that you do this, and then maybe the village didn't do anything. They just put it in the drawer and that was the end of it, I don't know. So I'd say that'd be a place to start.
Well,
But it seems like-
you wanna look into the,
I guess what I would
the
ask,
cost of having that done?
no, I don't think it needs to be done again, let's first off see what we had from the last time.
Okay.
I would ask the chief operator to work with the village administrator and see if we can dig up those files of what the test results were the last time that we did it.
Clerk should be the one to have those, she controls the files, so we'll have her dig them.
Well, I was going through the administrator so she can tell the clerk.
Yeah,
Do we,
good answer.
you don't have an demo,
So-
no files up there at all on,
There's some files and paperwork that I can look into. What dates are on them, I'll have to look.
See, generally, the way I recall this now, some of this is coming back to me.
Yeah, but you take, years ago, there used to be the back fields and everything like this, that, and some fields had a broken pipe, short pipe and stuff like that and
Yeah.
everything, and it was going into the sewer and stuff like
And
that.
I thought
Might
we
be still doing that.
systematically, yeah, there could be.
Who
I
knows?
thought
I
we
mean-
systematically fixed as much of that as we could find, so we're always fixing that stuff.
Right.
All right, so where we're at now, you're gonna check files of wastewater treatment, and the administrator's gonna check with the clerk to see what we've got in our files there from years past, and
Yeah.
we'll report back to the board.
Yeah, right, because I think that the chain here is that the treatment plant identifies a problem, and if it's something in the plant, they fix it, or contract to fix it, or whatever. If it's something in the collection system, they would write up a plan or decide what needs to be fixed, and then that would go to Public Works for remediation. But it's up to them to find out where their infiltration's coming from, I think. Anyway, okay, and then the last thing I have here is a small resolution regarding the water treatment plant. Whereas the Board of Trustees deems it advisable to make certain modifications to the 2017-18 tentative village budget, it therefore resolved that the budget officer is authorized and directed to make the following modifications to the tentative village budget. Water fund appropriations, 83,304.04.418. Water purification supplies decreased $2,380. This was for compressor services and replacement fund. And 878.04.000.55 capital reserves. This was for a vehicle replacement reserve fund, $1,000, totals $3380. I move that to the floor.
Do we have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, so the compressor service contract cost money for compressors, didn't it?
That's the thing, they're just, I thought they were like giant industrial compressors, and I went down there and they're like you'd have in your garage, you know, they're 5 horsepower compressors, nothing.
Okay, further discussion on this modification, resolution. Okay, trustee Arnold,
Aye.
trustee Dart,
Aye.
trustee Donata,
Aye.
trustee Menard,
Aye.
motion carried. Do you have anything else, trustee Donata?
No, that finishes it for me, Mayor.
Okay, other reports, Leslie, do you have anything for us?
I do not, thank you.
Clerk? Nothing? Mr. Treasurer?
Just want to remind village residents that April 28, 2017 is the last day to pay any outstanding water and sewer bills. After that date, any water sewer arrears will be added to the tax rolls and collected on the June 1st taxes. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Pelkey, do you have anything?
Yes, I'd like to have the mayor authorize the clerk to publish the cleanup village-wide from May 8th to May 12th, the week before Mother's Day.
Okay, we will do that. And do we have any guidelines like you did last time?
Yes, she has.
Same ones?
She has the same guidelines.
Same guidelines.
The curbside pickup, everything to be bagged or small limbs.
Well, then, this isn't a cut a large tree down and
No,
it's a commercial operation, we're gonna have to take care of that.
it's a normal pickup, spring and fall.
All right,
That's the week that we do it.
excellent. Anything else, sir?
Yes, I'm asking the mayor to authorize the clerk to advertise, to go out to bid for the water plant, the piping and the components, the valves that we need.
Yes,
Did you have that discussion today?
I did, that bid's, we had it with the treasurer, we made the determination that it would have to go out to bid because it was over the $20,000 limit, and so we're getting that together now. We're waiting, I think, actually what we've done is we had 2 spec sheets, one from the engineer and then one from the village. They were a little bit different. And so they've been forwarded to, have they been forwarded yet, Gene?
They have not,
Okay.
they've been typed up and they're ready for
They'll
tomorrow.
be forwarded to the engineer tomorrow. Once we get that back, we can do the bid. We can't do it till the engineer says, okay, these are the correct specs. You know what I'm saying?
Can we get the authorization to advertise? Would
Well, we
that,
have to have the specs to
would that
advertise.
cut the lead time down?
But we can't, if we don't know what we're asking for, we can't advertise. So we have to have the spec sheet first. Right?
I think what he means is.
Do we know or just advertise for the amount?
No, he's asking for approval at this board meeting, so he doesn't have to wait until the next.
Oh, yeah, they'll draw up the
Okay.
specs to advertise them.
So if it's approved now, she can move forward when the specs are.
We can do that.
filed.
Go ahead and, yeah, publish that there. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it. I think we need a motion on that.
Okay,
I'll make a motion.
Second?
discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion's carried. Code enforcement officer.
No, sir.
I just wanted to remind, last week you asked us a question about EMS, locating houses and stuff. And the proper venue for you to take that is the town board. Because you're not a village resident, you're working under the town contract. So your service is coming from the town. So
Yeah, I hear that a lot, but the problem with that is that I'm also a Village Rouses Point taxpayer.
listen.
I'm not even gonna get into the discussion tonight, sir, it's a dead deal because I
This
get
is
told
not
this
a,
every week.
this is not a discussion, Mr. Stern. The venue for comments about your EMS is the town board. Okay,
Do you pay them
so
also?
that's it.
Copy that.
Okay,
You want to do your budget amendment or your budget adoption right now?
I'm gonna open it to the public.
Yeah, open to the public and do that.
Okay, we'd like to open the meeting, the board's agreed to open the meeting to the public for any comments you'd like to make. Not a question and answer, but certainly listen to your comments. Okay, next, we'd like to get a budget adoption resolution. The resolution adopting a budget for the fiscal year commencing June 1st, 2017, ending May 31st, 2018. Making appropriations for the conduct of the village government and establishing the rates of compensation for officers and employees for such period. Whereas the Board of Trustees has met at the time and place specified in the notice of public hearing on the tentative budget and heard all persons desiring to be heard. Therefore, be it resolved, the tentative budget as hereinafter set forth is hereby adopted. The several amounts stated in the column entitled Final Budget Adopted, Schedule 1A through Schedule 2EE, together with the amounts set forth in the budget summary by fund found on page 4, are hereby appropriated for the objects and purposes specified. The salaries and wages stated in Schedule 6, pages 40 and 41 are effective June 1st, 2017 for all employees. The union employee salaries and wages are negotiated through a signed labor contract with the Civil Service Employees Association Incorporated. Do I make the motion that we adopt this budget resolution? Do I have a second?
Second.
By roll call, Trustee Batha.
Aye.
Trustee Dart.
Aye.
Trustee Arnold.
Aye.
Trustee Menard.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Motion's carried. All right, we will need a motion to go in executive session for 3 separate topics. Discussion regarding current litigation, discussion regarding the medical, financial, credit, employment history of a particular person, and discussion related to information of the future investigation of criminal offenses and the peril effective law enforcement. Can I have that motion, please?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session. Sign.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, now I need a motion to adjourn the executive session while we clear this. Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's carried. Thank you.